This is TeamRegulars review of BlackboxtV's Urban
Remember,
Legends.
don't watch this video before you watch the actual video, because we are not responsible for any spoilers.
Hey, I'm Alexis. I'm doing a guest review for the TeamRegulars, and it's on the Blackboxtv Urban Legends.
Michael and Chris all directed a episode, which kind of gave them all a different feel. The first one was Bloody Mary, which was directed by Michael from Smosh. It was just kind of the regular old story of Bloody Mary that everyone knows from their childhood, that everyone's tried to play in their It's the regular story of Bloody Mary that everyone has tried to play in their bathroom or bedrooms or anywhere where there was a mirror. And probably, I don't think I've ever played it. I don't tempt fate like that. That's just silly. But it had kind of a different twist, as Bloody Mary was controlling one of the girls. So that was a bit different. It wasn't necessarily my favorite one, but I've seen worse.
We'll first be reviewing Bloody Mary by Totally Sketch. To me, I felt this one was the least one that I liked, even though it was really good camera work, really decent script. I really liked the fact that they were like discussing each other, how each of the girls' character was, and you know, it had a backstory. I'm really glad it didn't like rush to the Bloody Mary game. And it was short, yeah, but to me, what I didn't like about Bloody Mary was the fact that it was just one scare scene, even though it wasn't that scary. But you know, it was really well done, really creepy. Well, not that creepy, but I think it's like a little bit of worthy into the Blackboxtv genre. Well, not genre. But either way, maybe it's the least one that I liked because of that, because of the one scare.
It was pretty good. I liked it. The acting was okay. Excuse the phone there. The acting was okay. Some were better than others. Like, I don't know, something that stood out to me was, one of the girls, I don't know, I can't remember who it was, but I think she was the one who invited Sammy to the party in the story. She plays a good drunk girl. But yeah, so the story was okay, a bit predictable. I saw the ending coming, you know, the whole hi mommy thing. Not good, but yeah. And but I know I think Bree said that she wrote it, and the credit said that she wrote it, and I know it's she says it's one of the first things she's written, and so it's actually pretty good. The dialogue was pretty good, so even though the story itself was a tiny bit predictable.
It was okay. Kind of like wasted a lot of time in just the kitchen. It's an okay one. It has a kind of nice ending to it. But watching La Llorona and then watching Bloody Mary, it sounds weird when watching them like simultaneously. Because in Bloody Mary they talk about a woman drowning her baby, and in La Llorona the lady finds her baby in the tub drowned. So it's just weird watching them simultaneously.
I really wasn't fond of this one, because to me the legend of Bloody Mary is such a well-known story that it seemed a little cheesy to do this one. Now, I know this one was voted for a lot and suggested a lot when this was first presented. And personally, I was really hoping that they would not pick this one, but yeah. I think through the majority of the video, I really wasn't too impressed. To me, it just seemed like the acting was overdone, and I just wasn't that into it. Now the last few seconds when there's that blackout and then you see the blood on the walls and everybody's eyes gouged out and everything. From that point on, I thought it was great. You know, the ending was perfect.
Second one was La Llorona. This one was my favorite / least favorite out of all of them. It was the one that freaked me out the most, which is probably why it's my least favorite and most favorite. Because, sorry, my phone's going insane. The whole storyline just bothered me. But I like how they put the nice twist. The audio was something that I really, really liked about it. I like the sound effects, the music that came on when, I guess it was La Llorona, the ghost thing, showed up. You know, you always knew when something creepy was happening, so that's always good. The audio was really good, except I noticed in a couple scenes, like the scene where she's reaching into the water in the sink, there was that heart, you know, beating effect. I never really cared for that in videos. I thought that the heart beating was a little over the top, a little cheesy, but whatever. The bathroom scene really freaked me out. So yeah, I don't like bathrooms at the best of times. I don't know why. They just kind of creep me out. So this scene was just
I would say it was the best video of all the 3 urban legends, I gotta say. It was scary from start to finish. It had that really creepy atmosphere in the beginning and also in the end. I believe the woman did a great job acting. All the camera work was just amazing. And, you know, I really liked it because it had the most potential and it lived up to its full potential, actually. It was a bit confusing at first, yes, but when you figure out the true legends, you actually know what's going on. And I really thought I liked it because that jump scare also at the shower, that was really, really freaking creepy, really scary. Really shocking today. And that ending of that video, that was horrifying. The woman goes to the bathroom, fearing where the heck her baby has gone. She goes to the bathroom, and even though we cannot clearly see it, we know what exactly happened. And, you know, just the thought of it, just the imagination of that, it was really really horrifying to think of that.
It's interesting. It actually really is. It confused me for a while because I don't know, but it's just weird. But a really good twist ending. I'm trying to not spoiler it. I'm trying to keep mine a little bit of spoiler free. But, yes. So it has a really good twist ending to it. And it is quite interesting. Like, if I just, actually after, watching all the videos, La Llorona was the only one I haven't heard of. So I decided to Google it and see what it's actually about. But I did that like a while ago and I can't remember all of it. But yeah, it's quite interesting.
It was an urban legend that I had to do a little bit of research about, because in the video you don't get a lot of you don't get the urban legend, you just see kind of it happen, if that doesn't make sense at all. In this urban legend, you kind of see more of a story instead of a tale. I didn't really understand what was happening or why, so I had to go do some background information on this urban legend and figure out what it was about. I guess a little more background info would have been nice, but it was really well done. Out of the three, I think it was my favorite one visually, I guess. It was really well done. It was really, the acting was great. It was creepy. And I guess because I didn't know what was going on, I was confused, which made it even kind of freakier because I had no idea what was happening. I'm like, I don't understand this, but it was cool.
Now, I really liked this one. I thought it was really well done. I thought her acting was awesome. I mean, she was really the only one in this episode, with the exception of the baby, and yeah. I thought her acting was great, and I thought the shots and like the colors and the lighting and everything throughout the episode was awesome. I really liked it when she was in the kitchen and the sink filled up. She saw the sink fill up with water, and then all of a sudden all the water from the sink was just gone.
Okay, now on to Slenderman. This one, I want to say it has the best acting out of the three. I really, really loved it. Tony was really convincing. I loved seeing him in it. Had me worry about him a little bit. So it was really, really good. So, you know, the whole idea has been compared to other YouTube videos on Slenderman. I don't watch those, so I wouldn't know. Overall, I know I really enjoyed it, but there was still that little unoriginal feel to it. I don't know what that was, but it was a bit cheesy at times, you know, just the way it was shot, you know, the whole, the hotel was like 666, something. Yeah, that was a bit, yeah. But, it was pretty good. The acting, again, was so good. I just want to comment that, good old Slendy looked hilarious in the video that they were shooting. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks that, but I thought it was hilarious.
The Slenderman video. Now this one, I pretty much liked it better than Bloody Mary, because it felt real, actually. At first, it was like a documentary of while they were trying to like film the Slenderman video, and you know, I like that tone, that little tone that you say, wow, this must have really been happening. But in the end, when I saw Tony act like a total bastard, a douchebag, I knew it wasn't real, because I know Tony is not a bad person. But you know, it was really, really well done. I have to say, really well scripted, and there was a lot of effort put into it, as I saw. Really, really well planned. Even though it wasn't scary, I gotta give it credit, because everything in the beginning and in the middle was all really great, really well put out.
The Slenderman. I thought this one was my favorite, and it was just a lot more fun and just random. Now through the entire, I hadn't realized that this wasn't real, like, through a majority of it, which is rare for me to think. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh, when the video first started, I'm like, aw, they weren't able to finish the Slender Man, you know? I was kind of bummed that in the first couple seconds that they weren't able to finish it. And then, as the episode went on, seeing Tony, like, freak out more and more throughout the episode, I was freaking out because, at least with the TeamRegulars and I, and especially the few of us that have met him face to face, Tony's a really chill guy, and he doesn't seem like the type of director that freaks out like he did in this episode. So, and especially being in theater and stuff, and working with different directors and stuff, I can understand how frustrating it can be working with the actors and everybody. So when he was freaking out as much as he was, I was like, oh shit, what the hell is wrong with Tony? You know? So, like, I was freaking out through the entire thing.
Let's get to the Slender Man. Slender Man is actually a quite interesting one. From people who know me, I talk about Slender Man a lot because I make lots of jokes about Slender Man. Like, Slender Man lives in my basement, stuff like that. And other people have said jokes, but I'm not going to say them because a few of them should never leave the Skype zone. But, Slender Man. It was interesting. It kind of felt like they were just repeating the story of Marble Hornets, in a way. But I understand what they did, and I really like the last scene. The last scene was, like, awesome, where Tony's in Ustream, and he gets attacked by Slender Man, and he comes back. That's amazing. I wish Slender Man could do that to me, because me and Slendy are best friends.
Next one, the Slender Man. This one kind of brings home. If anyone has watched the Marble Hornets series on YouTube, this one was probably your favorite. The sad thing is, I think I like their version more than the regular one. Well, at least the acting was better. Acting was a lot better. I didn't like Tony for about 5 minutes. I hated him. I was like, why? I know you're a very involved director, but you don't need to yell. And then I wanted to donate money, and I was like I forgot what I was watching, essentially, is what happened in that video. I forgot what I was watching, which means I thought it was fantastic because it directly copied what it was supposed to do. It embodied that urban legend so bad that even though I've watched all the Slender Man videos and I know the format, I thought Tony was being an asshole in real life. I forgot. I'm sorry, Tony. I don't really think you're an asshole. But, yeah, I just totally forgot what I was watching, and then the end came, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the story, my computer's right here, that's what happens. And then the ending was awesome, where, like, he gets all beat up in his chair, and I think in maybe an 8-minute video, it summed up almost that whole series into something that I really enjoyed.